Welcome to the fourth video on the self. We are focusing on identity and intuition. Tomorrow we will be covering the subconscious mind. This is a 5-day course where I provide you with all of the triadic healing in a very short period of time. I just finished exploring and talking about shifting perspectives, where your story is, what abusers do to your story, and how absolutely divided and separated you are from your own story, your own identity. So now I want to show you what happens when you get your identity back. I wrote a post on Facebook a few weeks ago, and it was really, sometimes I write posts. Everything I do is intuition. Everything I do with my work is 100% intuition based. It's why I don't have a schedule. It's because a schedule contradicts intuition. And I cannot use a schedule. I can be here every day, but I cannot compose a schedule. And it's not because I'm unreliable. It's because intuition is in charge, as she should have been from day one. So I wrote this one post and it really hit home to me. It hit home. I wrote down all the things that not having an identity feels and looks like. When you don't have your identity, it looks like you can't make any decisions on your own. It looks like you can't even decide what's for dinner. You're filled with constant overwhelm. You have no idea what you like or dislike. You need somebody to tell you what you should be doing because you really don't know. You can't make a single decision. When you are given a choice, your immediately thought goes, well, what would my husband let me do? Husband, let me do. Yeah, I used to be like that. When you're given a choice, I'm not anybody. That's the feeling. I'm nobody. I'm the slave of the house. I can't even open my mouth to speak. I shouldn't even be speaking. I'll get in trouble if they find out I spoke to you. I've said those words. I will get in trouble if I speak to you. It's having no dreams, having no hope, having no plans. It's knowing that where you are is going to be where you are in 5 years, and 10 years, and 20 years, and 30 years, and it's never going to change. It's a feeling of hating who you are, hating your life, and feeling like you're constantly trapped. It's spending a lot of time randomly crying and you don't know why. It's feeling constantly rejected, constantly abandoned, constantly alone. It took me a long time to figure those feelings out. It's living every day in constant fear. And you don't even know who you are or what your real name is. If anyone asks you what your name is, you can give labels that people call you, but none of them feel good to you, if you can even feel it all. You spend a lot of time just not feeling anything because you just want to survive. And then I discovered the self. I discovered the purpose of healing, that the whole purpose is to unite you with your identity. And then I found perspectives to help me connect with my identity, exercises, assignments that I practiced every day. And I watched identity go from screaming constantly in my head to speaking to me. And the more I spoke to identity, the more she and I developed a dialogue. And the more she and I developed a dialogue, the more I could feel intuition shifting. And very recently, I realized that this is a choreographed dance between the three of us. Identity tells me what she wants through certain emotions. I use my conscious awareness and my communication and my defense system to tell intuition, this is what I want. This is what identity wants. And intuition goes to work pulling all of the threads to make sure that they are aligned right where I need them to be so that identity gets what she wants. But how much work intuition does depends on how much work I did to help intuition get there. So I have to work with intuition, do action. And intuition will tell me, hey, you need to do this now. You need to push that there. You need to plug in that. You need to say these words right here at this particular moment. And I am tuned into intuition. And she's actually the one guiding me. I am 100% at her mercy. And I'm letting her puppet me now, not my subconscious mind. I allow intuition, because I love her and I trust her, to just wrap her gorgeous body around me, and she just moves me however I need to move so she can get done what she wants done. Oh my God, I think I'm in love with her. Now that's a trip. That's a trip. That's narcissist at its purest form, self-love. And I do. I'm absolutely in love with these two women. And intuition moves me and pushes me where I need to be so identity can get what she needs and wants. And that is the pursuit of happiness. And I will tell you what that feels like. You stop feeling like someone's going to abandon you because you realize that the feeling of abandonment you live with all your life is the feeling of identity being abandoned by you. And you stop fearing rejection because you realize that the only reason why you felt rejected at all was because identity was communicating that you, the conscious awareness, has rejected her. And that constant hole in your chest, like you can't go anywhere, like you are just always empty, is the hole where identity is supposed to be. But she's gone because you threw her away. And all that's left is this hole and the constant pining of wishing she would come back. And then loneliness seeps in and it completely fills you until you are iced over and dead inside. And you realize that that is the feeling of loneliness that identity has because she misses you. And that when you realize that the thing that you hurt the most is only because you, conscious awareness, threw away identity and intuition so that subconscious mind could take over. We'll be talking about that more tomorrow. But that's it. That is the life titans. There's a reason why I refer to them as titans. You have three very powerful individuals, all manipulating your story. But subconscious mind's agenda, keep the identity safe, has overridden the entire system, hijacked everything, captured identity, thrown her into the brig. Fourth level of the subconscious. Intuition is called crazy and is thrown away, dismissed as being a thing of instinct, and we shouldn't have anything to do with intuition. That's left over. I'm sorry. Well, subconscious mind communicates only one thing: keep the identity safe, keep the unit safe, keep it running, keep it alive. But that programming is 100% based off of a system that is embedded with subliminal messages designed to destroy the self. And conscious awareness is purposely made stupid. Education is taken out of our schools, and our education and wisdom did this. They stopped teaching us philosophy. They stopped teaching us communication. They stopped teaching us story. This is the government you trust. They stopped educating you, just like a slave, because that's what you do when you want to keep someone enslaved. You keep them stupid. So yeah, a lack of conscious awareness is stupidity, and they planned it. So when you raise conscious awareness, you get smarter and you change your perspective. And then you stop believing their very first lie. You can't change. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can change. Yeah, you have all the power to change, honey. Believe me, you can change. They don't want you to think that. They like controlling you, so they keep you stupid. And they tell you things like, it's out of your hands, that's fate, you can't change. We have no control. Que sera. You know, that was this morning. I'm going to tell you a story. This morning, I woke up and I knew I had this course and I was feeling anxious. I was feeling nervous. Every time I get ready to teach, I'm worried. I shouldn't be worried anymore. I don't think I am. But I had feelings inside of me that I hadn't felt before. One very specific feeling, it was caution. I knew I had to go forward, but I was scared. But it wasn't full fear yet. It was like level 1 fear, caution. We're going to talk about emotions later. And I felt this feeling of just not, it was a kind of self-doubt. It was very much a type of self-doubt. How do I explain it to you? I don't know how to explain it to you. I think I completely lost my train of thought. Damn it. No, I cannot remember. I'm going to have to go back, watch the video, and then pull those back out and go, oh yeah, I remember now. So around 13 minutes in, I'm going to have to go in and remember exactly what it was I was trying to tell you, because I do need to basically remember this and revisit it. But I'm making notes now. I remember it was about conscious awareness. I remember now. Que sera. I said que sera. I remember now. I'm back on track. There, que sera train. I grew up singing the song Que sera by Doris Day. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. I asked my mother, what would I be? Would I be pretty? Would I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. I received information from my son last night that I'm being evicted from my state apartment, and I'm fine with that. But then I wasn't. But I didn't have an emotional response. I went, okay, conscious awareness. This is called change. You're a Taurus. It's not going to feel good. We know we don't like change. This is an adventure. This is an opportunity. And I said, que sera? And identity went, no. No. And I was sad, and I hugged her and I patted her on the back and I said, it's okay. And she goes, no. And identity has never raised her voice to me before. And I went, okay. And I said, what do you want, identity? And she goes, I want my stuff. And I went, you want your stuff? And I thought, what am I doing? Intuition, she wants her stuff. And intuition says, I got it. And she gave me a little pull on a thread. And I felt the urge to contact Joe, my moving guy. I have a moving guy. So I texted him at 1 a.m. This is the kind of dance that identity and intuition decided to play with me at 1 a.m. Because I couldn't sleep. When you can't sleep, it's because they're talking to you. So I messaged Joe, hey, Joe, spoke to you about 2 months ago. And I'm thinking, I don't know why. Intuition, I sent him the message, hey, are you available for a move? And I'm thinking he's going to need 3 months. There's not time. And I'm just like, whatever. Intuition, I did what you said. This morning I woke up to a text. Yes, I can be there this week. When? Okay. Fuck que sera. You can change. She wants her stuff. We're getting her stuff. Let's do this. And identity said, I want to choose when I get rid of my stuff. I want to choose what I'm going to keep. I'm going to choose what I want. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Do you hear that, intuition? We have work to do. And I felt intuition just pull me. I felt like 50 different threads this morning just pushing and pulling me. I felt like a puppet. So I'm like typing shit out and I'm going, is this what you want me to do, intuition? I felt like a puppet. I felt like a puppet. And I just followed my instinct. I did. I followed my instinct over and over again. And she directed me like a puppet. And I felt the excitement and the eagerness, and I'm going, getting my shit back. And now I look at the concept of que sera. And that is one of their subliminal messages. We have songs in our culture telling us whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera? Subliminal message from the 1950s, reminding us, you don't get to choose your fate. You don't get to choose your future. You don't get to choose. Isn't that amazing? Another perspective shift. Another perspective shift. You see that? We have 17 minutes left. I'm going to stop you here for a minute. What you are experiencing right now is called a change of perspective. This is all I'm going to be doing with you. I'm going to be giving you an actual stepping stone from each perspective that you need to go across the entire Triadic Healing course. This is how it works. I deliberately adjust your telescope using just my words and my logical reasoning to push your perspective 2 degrees every time you talk to me. I can't go too fast. I have to build building blocks. I can tell you in story. That's why I go live, because I take on the role of a storyteller, because that is how you learn the best. So I'm going to become a storyteller, and I'm going to present you with these little nuggets of knowledge that is going to very gently shift your perspective. You are going to have mind-blowing moment after mind-blowing moment. You can only take it in a little bit at a time, unless intuition has done the work and laid out the groundwork for you. But only if you have done the groundwork. If you haven't done any of the work, if you have done none of the shadow work, and you think you're just going to jump in this and let her take care of things, not going to work that way. You have a lot of perspective to change. You cannot shift it too quickly, or you will trigger the stages of grief. I cover that in a later episode. So we're going to enter something now. Stage 2 and stage 3. In Triadic Healing, I have Triadic Healing for people. That's this. Triadic Healing for healers. That's also can be this. Triadic Healing for the world. That's Operation Imagination. Okay? Then I have Triadic Healing for people. When you step into there, that's where you get into the 3 life titans. You need to make sure your subconscious mind is disciplined, your conscious awareness is turned on, and yourself your identity and your intuition are present. They need to be activated and implemented. Now, inside that process itself is a third triadic healing process. So the triadic healing has 3 parts, and 3 parts within the 3 parts, and a third layer. This is the third layer. When you heal, you must change the perspective and then digest it. I call this normalizing. You must digest this. You must define a new reality based off of your new perspectives. This is an adjustment period. It could take you a couple days. It could take you a couple weeks, depending upon how far you have to go. In addition to that, you need self-care. Because as you shift perspective, all the lies are going to come to the surface, and you're going to see how many people you loved hurt you. You are going to realize how many people you loved abused you. You are going to realize how many lies you were spoon-fed. And then you're going to get angry. This is the stages of grief. It's actually called the stages of change, not the stages of grief. The stages of change is what happens when you shift a perspective. We're going to get into the cognitive core later, and I'm going to break that down for you, okay? That's like, we're going to start with just perspective and the 3 life titans, and then I'm going to break this down to you. But right now, you really need self-care. Think about what soothes you. What do you love? You really need to focus a lot on your identity and what she loves. Because what she loves is what soothes your Jerry. She is what soothes your subconscious mind away from fear. The real battle is fear versus love. The real battle is what you love, beautiful identity, versus your fear, the subconscious mind. They're at war. And what you fear is the only thing stronger than what you love, unless you are consciously aware. Once you become consciously aware, once you become intelligent, you realize that love is stronger than fear. And you can turn fear off, and you can nourish love. But if you're not conscious aware, if you're stupid, think about it. Turn on conscious awareness. Become aware. Become intelligent. When you become intelligent, you know you can turn that off. And you can nurture love. And you can bring love into this. And you can use love to soothe fear. You're afraid because you forgot love. I tell a lot of people, you don't know what love is. And they scream at me and they fight with me and they argue with me. And I go, if you knew what love was, you would never feel afraid. Never. True love allows you to conquer fear. Yes. That's the real lesson here. So, you just went through a series of perspective shifts. Your conscious awareness is starting to wake up. Your story is starting to shift back to your truth, your story. Identity is love, and she is the only thing that's going to get you through the adjustment that's to come. It's going to be scary sometimes. That's your subconscious mind still working. We're going to be turning that off tomorrow, and I'm going to be showing you how to get rid of that, tune it down, and put it in place. But really, Keep falling back to identity. There's a reason why I always start with identity, because you're going to need her love. You're going to need all the things she loves. Do not leave anything unaccounted for. This is your assignment. In my Facebook page, I have something called a self-care carousel. It is pinned to the top of my feature page always. It is a list of a basic, everyday, well-structured self-care program designed to nurture the identity and to soothe the fear. In order to access this, just join the Facebook group. I will make sure the link is available here. When you go into that Facebook page, look at the featured sections at the top. There's only 6 posts. One of them is stay on track, I think is what I have for a header, stay on track. Every Sunday, I change it up, but it's supposed to be there for the entire week. Every day I go in and I remind people, you need to do your self-care carousel. Remember that it's here. This is what it is. Okay? Start nurturing that self-care. Gratitude journals. By embracing and stepping into the emotion of gratitude, she remembers what she has. By using terms like I am strong, I am resistant, I am resourceful, I am proud, I am solid, I am somebody, I am. She remembers who she is. And that fills her with confidence. And it's going to feel weird at first. I am smart. I am intelligent, because we're going to turn you on and we're going to wake up your conscious awareness. You are intelligent. You are consciously aware. Stupid is just being consciously unaware. That's the difference. You can change that. Change it. Consciously aware. We're going to step into this. The next exercise is one of my favorites, the bucket list. You need to dream, imagine, think of something different. Think of something better. What did you want to be when you grew up? Who did you want to be? Where did you want to go? What countries did you want to visit? What dreams did you weave when you were a child? They're still there. They were conditioned out of you by the system. Probably by your parents telling you that I don't want you to do that when you grow up. I want you to do what I want you to do because you're supposed to be mini me. Come on. What did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to stand on a stage exactly like I'm doing right now, and I wanted to teach people like I was a professor in a school. See how that works? I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to indulge in just a one-woman show where I monologue and tell people what I think of the world. See how that works? That's right. Your dreams and your visions for your future. Start the self machine up and running again. Because when she starts dreaming, intuition is going to wake up and go, oh, we have dreams again? You mean I'm allowed to exist again? She has an attitude. Intuition has a tude. I'm not going to lie. Intuition has a big attitude. So that's another assignment. I also have something that I call meditation for beginners, and that's part of it, because you're going to have to start communicating with identity and intuition and the subconscious mind. So to do this, we use meditation. It's why meditation is so popular lately, is because meditation opens the dialogue for this conversation to take place. But I am literally the only one actually articulating the purpose of meditation. So you're really lucky to be here. Everyone else is saying, just breathe. And I'm going, really? Come on, people. Conscious awareness. So I turned on my conscious awareness. I did all of the psych work and I went, this is what we're really doing when we meditate. What you're really doing is having a conversation with subconscious mind and Jerry. You are having a conversation with identity and with intuition. And you, conscious awareness, are calling everyone to order, saying, all right, guys, the meeting is officially started. We're going to have a conversation. That's meditation. So I'm going to be walking you through every day that conversation. And I'm laying the groundwork for it now. The next stage is going to be meditation for intermediates, probably, where I actually dive into what you actually need to talk about. And then you can get into actual meditation with the breathing that's when the actual meditation comes in. So there's like 2 stages you're supposed to psychologically be prepared for before you even start actual meditation that no one else covers, which is why it doesn't work for a lot of people. Imagine that. So this is what we're doing. Your homework for tonight is going to be locating this carousel on the Facebook page and then going in there every day and completing it. Now, when I say to you, list things, you are not allowed to list the same thing. A lot of people do this. They think, I'm going to list 4 things that I'm grateful for, and they give me the same thing every day. My wife, my cat, my dog, my kid. Next day, my wife, my cat, my dog. Okay, people. Conscious awareness. Let's turn this up. So you need to keep coming up with stuff. It needs to be, I am grateful for this glass of water. Watch this. I appreciate that I have water running out of my fucking tap because I know there are places where that doesn't happen. I am glad I can put my lemons in my water because I hate the taste of just water. I think just water is really gross. So I really am grateful for my lemons in my water. And then I think about the taste of lemon water and identity smiles. And I think about the taste and how I feel after I drink this water. And identity smiles. When you fill out a gratitude journal, your goal is to make identity smile. Because if you can get her to smile, you're filling yourself with the right emotion to awaken her. Got it? All right, then. I'm going to wrap this up. This pretty much concludes day 1. I don't think I have anything really else to add. This is just an introduction to your life titans. And today we focused on identity, the self, and conscious awareness and intuition. Tomorrow we are going to be diving deep into the subconscious mind and all of the parts of the subconscious mind and the cognitive core. It's going to be so much fun. So thank you so much for joining me, and may the kindest of words always find you. If you have any troubleshooting, the best way to get access to me is to go into the Facebook group that is private and locked and only for people who purchase this program. And you can DM me, you can ask questions, you can pose whatever you need in that group. Okay? So again, thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.